Venga, pues a seguir con el bound. Autoguardar, no. Este. Bueno, pues de momento la cosa va mejorando. Que ya es. Una vez te acostumbras a las animaciones ya no son tan chustas. Venga, Alfo. No sé, yo no lo veo tan mal, ¿eh?
I spotted several creatures. Chrysalids for the most part. Let's try to avoid attracting their attention.
¿Qué me está diciendo? ¿Que no la matemos? ¿Y si la matamos? ¡Asca! Seguro que hay algo por ahí escondidillo. Pues no. Pues yo no lo veo. Bueno, la barra de maná también se regenera muy lentamente, pero se regenera. Bajar. Eso es un viaje sin retorno. Eso parece la entrada a una mazmorra o algo. A ver, aquí arriba. Un camino semi-oculto.
Let's keep going. We're almost there.
No, pues yo quiero volver porque seguro. Hostia. Toma. Está molando bien, tío, no la cagas. Vale, pues a ver el caminito ese. ¿Y luego puedo subir? Sí. Entonces, fantástico.
We're not going in the right direction. We must turn around.
¿Cómo que no? Aquí hay brillis. Las crisálidas. Pues el elfo se le ocurre, ¿eh? La gente insuficiente. Ah, mierda. ¿El elfo muerto? Me morí. Morí. A ver, esto hay que planteárselo de otra manera. pillas de uno en uno por la espalda y los masacras ahí en un segundo, pero... ¡Ah! Tío, no me hagas poco a mí, coño. ¡Uah! Vale, siguiente. ¡Ah, mierda! Mátalo, el pillo. Uy, qué cerca. Hay muchos más. Nuevo nivel. Merodeo. Voy a subir un poco la vigomancia. Armas llamas. Un punto. Pues lo voy a tener que gastar ahí porque... Bueno, pues aquí ya... se terminó la cosa. Estoy limpio de pociones. Bueno, de vida. Algo más por ahí. Por cierto, voy a hacer un guardado. Buah. Las perras de estas. A venir. Sí, pues, mierda. ¡Wow! Largo, largo, largo. A ver, una poción de maná. Uy, se ha curado. Qué bien. Hostia, pensaba que la había fulminado, pero no. ¡Ay, que me la ha liquidado! No, me va a liquidar ahí a mí. Uah. ¡Ay! ¡Socorro! Hostia. Me están dando por saco ya las arañas raras estas, ¿eh? Que no veo. ¡Oh! No, creo que voy a dar un rodeo. Uy, el elfo lo han dejado frito ya. Pero ha vuelto la vida. ¡Uy! Tío, esto no lo consigo yo ni de coña. Me están dando más por saco 3 arañas que un jefe. Y encima se regeneran, las hijas de puta. No. Creo que voy a pasar mucho de este asunto aquí, ¿eh? Si la casa con el elfo me la puedo cargar, por lo menos. No. Último intento. A ver, hay que cargárselas de una, no, porque si no se regenera. ¡Ah! ¡Mierda! afuera. Maldita. Tío, tan cerca. Fuera. A tomar. Vámonos que... Hostia.
Val-Veneur is just a bit further along on our left.
Se pelean entre ellos. Fantástico. Hostia, es una pulga gigante. Qué habilidad.
Hey, this guy's fucking fearless. Let's help him out before it goes bad for him.
No. Guerra. Hostia, tío. Ya me había olvidado de lo que era pausar un juego. Por favor. Pues... nada, no me lo gasto. %, no está mal. Oh, eso también tiene muy buena pinta. Bien. Ay, ya lo ha matado él.
Despite his determination, the knight was in an awkward position. He thanks the mercenary for having assisted him in his task. If he can trust the rumors that he hears around the village, he has before him the one called Valker. He has the pleasure of welcoming the mercenary to the village.
And you are?
The knight is called Randvar, last survivor of the Order of the Amber Knights, and now protector of Val-Veneur, this village. The new arrival is most welcome, but the steward is waiting in the old village inn.
Qué manera más rara de hablar. Una cosilla más.
This is Val-Veneur. It is not a beautiful place, but for the time being, it seems to be unknown to the Deadwalker army. This village has known better days. Before the war, it was popular among the rich hunters who came to enjoy the ample game in the swamps.
¿De qué me suena eso?
Today, the only visitors are refugees, who are sadly too numerous for the scant resources of the village. A small healing house provides comfort and succor to the injured. The knight is quite fond of Mirana, the healer who runs the place. Does the mercenary see the building opposite? It was once an inn, but it is now the residence of the steward, the man now in charge of the village.
The inn was used as a hunting lodge before the war began. Many rich people used to come here to relax.
With any luck, we might get to sleep in a real bed tonight.
Me da a mí que no va a ser así.
How come you talk that way? Always in the third person.
The way people speak is different from one place to another, and I am from another place. The knight's people are a warrior tribe from Algandar, and he is proud of them.
Where can I find the steward?
As the knight said, the steward is in the old inn, the big building in the middle of the village.
What does the steward want with me?
The captain has offered the services of the freeborn blades to the steward. The steward must have orders for the mercenary.
Shit. I'm gonna get stuck being this guy's errand boy. Damn. I knew I should have gone with the rest of the company. What can you tell me about this backwater town?
This village is a modest one, and its reserves are almost gone. Its only strength is its isolation in these swamps, but that is also its greatest weakness.
I already figured it was some kind of shithole.
That the refugees and the villagers must live together is difficult. And the swamp offers protection against the Deadwalkers. But it also harbors many dangers. Its creatures often attack the village. When the knight and the elf are not there to defend the walls, the watch often leave them unguarded. Shameless.
I'm going.
Bien.
My respects, General, sir.
General.
Do I look like a general?
I don't know, General, sir.
Este está colgado hasta la
I'm
ceja.
asking you that, it probably means that I'm not.
Well, it could be a test to see if I'm being a good soldier, General, sir.
Then you flunked the test. You are crap at recognizing rank.
They never taught me that, General, sir. Plus, I don't see so good, General, sir.
Is there a boss guard to help you with that?
Yes, General, sir. He posted me here and said to deal with it, General, sir.
This village is condemned, and without a doubt it is better thus.
All right, we're not going to waste all day on this, and stop calling me General, sir. My name is Vulcan.
Understood, General Vulcan.
You'll learn that it's pointless to even speak to some people. I began avoiding this gate my second day here.
Tell me about it. Whatever. Forget about it, soldier. I would like you to give me some information about the village.
A ver, este igual tiene alguna información útil.
What do you think of the boss guard?
General, sir, Boss Guard Mason, he is a good boss. He is, competent and,
Be honest, soldier. The one thing I hate is a liar.
it's just I don't want any trouble, General, sir.
You won't get any. I'm asking you this because I trust you, and nobody else will ever know.
Okay, General, sir. Because the thing is, well,
Como que me da
Boss
cuenta.
Guard Mason, I guess I don't think he is a very good boss, General, sir. He insults us all the time and never shows us how to do nothing. He spends all his time drinking like a chamber pot instead of doing his patrols.
Thanks for the information. It'll stay just between us.
Bueno.
What do you think about the steward?
The steward? Well, I don't know much about him, General, sir. But they didn't like him much. He always spoke to them like he thought they was scum.
Parece ser que todas las joyas van a parar aquí.
All these refugees, are they causing any trouble?
Well, it's true there is a lot of them, so that means a lot more work for us. Sometimes one of them will try to sneak in and steal some food, but we don't ever let them do that. Then again, we can't get too mad at them either. It's all because of the war. Those people are just like us, more or less, and sometimes they help us too. A couple have even joined the guard when the boss thought they was good enough. Plus there's Renko. Well, he fixed up my granddad's spade.
I see. You stand in front of the swamps every day. You must know a lot about them.
Oh, not that much, General, sir. I never set foot out there. It's way too... There's lots of monsters out there. I can hear them, and that's enough for me. And even when there's no noise, I hear the whispering and... well, that's even worse.
The whispering?
Yes, General, sir. Sounds like my own mama's voice sometimes. Except that she's been dead these past 5 years. Plus, I can't make out one word she's saying. And that don't make no sense. Mama and me always understood each other.
Huh. I see. Let's change this. I would like you to give me some information about the... Let's change the subject. See you later, soldier.
Bueno. Total, que entre jefes e intendentes aquí hay una mano de incompetentes. ¿Qué me sonará a mí eso? Ya no habla más. Estoy robando los refugiados. Qué triste. Uy, ¿puedo hablar con esta gente? ¿Y que los de antes? No, con estos no. Curioso. Ah, con este sí.
It's on account of that Nigella, ain't it? I take one look at her, and suddenly it's the end of the world.
¿Cómo?
Are you okay?
Uy, está resentida con el personaje este.
It's on account of that Nigella, ain't it?
Are you okay?
Parece que no. Ni está bien ni quiere hablar. Pues vamos a ver si los otros sí que cuentan algo o qué.
You could at least answer when I ask you a question.
Como él.
You could at least answer when I ask you a question.
¿Eso va para mí? No.
Hello.
Vale. Parece ser que estos dos están cabreados con los otros dos. O algo así.
Are you okay?
No.
It's on account of that Nigella.
Bueno. mejor luego más tarde me entero de qué va el asunto. Pero de momento parece ser que aquí no se saca nada en claro.
A good day to you, soldier. I do believe that today is your lucky day.
Seguro que sí.
Really? What are you gonna try to sell me?
Sell? Oh, now you're trying to make me feel bad. No, unfortunately I haven't...
Information.
Hey, you know what? Some kind of reward would be appreciated. It's just that
Ahí
with
está.
the war...
Va. Voy a tragar por esta vez.
Here, take this. What do you have?
Apparently, the Red Scribes have found a way to win the war. They found someone capable of breathing fire, who's gonna burn up the Ice Lords just by looking at them.
Hostia.
I don't believe it. You took my money for that? You fucking with me?
I swear, it's true.
I'll let it slide this time, but don't you ever try to rip me off again, unless you're tired of using your hands. I wanted to ask you, have you ever met the steward?
He came to see the refugees several times, but I never spoke to him. I got the impression he couldn't stand us. He's the boss and we're the little people.
The life of a refugee.
I've been a refugee for years. 5 to be exact. And believe me, it's never easy. But this village is a pretty good place. The healing house gives us...
How are things going with the...
Oh, we don't see them too much around here. They're basically here to guard the village. And I hope for the steward's sake that he's not counting too much on them to keep him safe. I've seen lots of soldiers on the road, but as useless as them, never.
Right, I'm leaving.
Pues vaya. Información súper útil.
Ho there, Powder Man. You still didn't manage to blow yourself up?
Pretty quiet around here, huh?
Yeah. Too quiet for my taste. Do you really imagine the Deadwalkers are going to forget about this place just because this swamp is...
No. But it'll slow them down. Maybe we'll see them coming.
There's something in the air that stinks, and I don't mean the locals either. I feel like the Ice Lords are watching us. Right now.
I have a few questions. How are the Freeborn Blade?
We left some blood on the stones in the temple, but most of the company got away all right. But if we don't get some new recruits soon, things are gonna get... The captain has sent some men ahead to Corraldas. I hope they manage to pick up a few recruits, and they're not too scabby.
Is there anybody in this village worth recruiting?
See for yourself. There isn't a single man amongst the guards or the refugees that knows which end of a sword you're supposed to hold. We'll just have to wait. And be careful.
Hombre, el que ha dado la bienvenida parecía bastante hábil.
So, you made it out of the temple then?
I did. I suppose my time's not up yet. I guess that'll cause more gossip amongst the youngsters. The eternal survivor. My balls. There are some days when I wish it would be over.
I tell you, you'll be the one that buries all of us. Do you think we can win
Against the Deadwalker army? No chance. Now, the Ice Lords, that's another question.
What do you mean?
Only that sometimes you have to try to chop off the head, you know? That bunch of walking corpses wouldn't be any trouble at all if there was no one to guide them.
I guess you're right, but I don't think that makes the...
There was a time, way back, you know, when there were so many of us in the company, several hundred. Those two assholes fought over how to share out the men for weeks. They both wanted to take the best men for their group. And the result? We had our asses handed to us by an army that was hardly more numerous than we were. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the Deadwalkers are just the same. You've got 7 bosses, and each one of them wants to control everything.
So if we were able to set them against each other.
Now you're thinking straight. I don't know how we could do it, but I'm sure that it's possible.
Curioso punto de vista.
I have a few... See you later.
See you later, alligator. No, voy a explorar un poquillo más a ver qué hay por aquí. Brillis, brillis. Una gema. También algunos efectillos.
You could at least answer when I ask.
Nada. No lo sacamos de ahí. Ha entrado un bucle. Y adiós, muy buenas. Ultimador. Por aquí no se puede pasar. Y esto es un fin del camino. Pues nada. A ver quién hay tras la puerta. ¿Ah? Qué bueno esto. Bueno, todo esto, el equipo se puede encantar y meterle historias también. A ver. ¿Dónde está? Objeto de visión, no. Equipación. ¿Veis que tiene unas ranurillas? El puño en la empuñadura. Espada de emergencia. Pues esto sí que puedo. Aquí me faltan herramientas. Aquí. Pues nada. Punto más de daño físico. Nunca viene mal. Esta ballesta no, es la de emergencia. El peto. Me falta metal. Hombre, es de coloso. Oh, regeneración de salud. Qué pena que no tenga nada. Bueno, cuando vaya consiguiendo cosas ya iré mejorando. Digo yo. ¿Esto es una mini zona aquí?
My goodness, let's see. You're not pissing blood, you're not vomiting your guts out. Both legs are in place and they seem to be holding you upright. Congratulations. It looks like you'll pull through. And now you'll excuse me, but I have other miracles to accomplish, and not much time to devote to people in your condition.
¿Qué aires?
I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'd like to speak with you.
Are you wounded?
No.
Are you a refugee dying of starvation?
Hey, I'm a mercenary. We're always hungry.
Why don't you go roast a Chris alien and come back and see me when you're twisted in pain?
Qué amable es la mujer esta.
You again? I told you I'm very...
Joder. Aquí no se puede herir a los NPCs.
Yeah, who are you? One of them fucking mercenaries, right?
Fucking mercenary, yeah. Sounds about right.
You know what I call your lot? Ore blades. I got no time for ores.
Y la gente es, vamos, un dechado de simpatía.
Maybe if you were to do something about your bad breath, the whores would let you get close to them. You know, I'm just saying.
Go fuck yourself, ore blade. You again? I thought I made myself clear.
¡Hostia!
You again? I thought I made myself clear. I got no money to employ you. Now fuck off.
Joder. Ahí brilla algo. Es un fin del camino, o sea que hay que ir por la puertecilla esa. Brillis, brillis. ¿Cuánta puerta hay aquí, joder? Oh, un herrero.
Here we go. Another one of these hick refugees. There's nothing for you here.
A ver.
Call me a hick one more time, and I'll be using your face as an anvil.
An idea which has a definite aesthetic appeal, I must say.
Let's all remain calm, shall we? Please forgive my error. With all this commotion and all the thankless tasks I find myself confronted with, I often find my attention to detail slips. So, what can I do for you?
Muy bien, cooperación, por fin. A ver, muéstrame lo que vendes, por favor.
Show me what you have for sale.
Gold. So vulgar to work with. So wonderful to own.
Empaladora. No, yo estoy con dagas, así que... No, no tengo mucho para vender, así que... Vale, lo mismo que lo que tengo. Joder. Astutas. Tienen un punto menos de daño físico, pero dan un 4% más de daño crítico. No sé. Uf. Lo de siempre. Compras caro, vendes barato. Coraza élfica. Hombre, pues un casco no me vendría mal, que no tengo. Y esto. Joder, el acero 200, ¿en serio? Uf. Ya que se me lo gasto todo en metal. Vale, a correr. Ahí está el herrero. Yo juraría que había visto algo brillando por aquí, pero no. Pues vale. Hay que buscar en estos juegos. Hay que buscar. Oh, grebas sépticas, a ver. Vaya. Venga, va, me las pongo. Hombre, ahí es donde está el intendente. Seguro que me manda alguna cosilla. Algún favorcillo de esos de extraperlo.
Mercenary?
Can I do something for you?
No, thank you. I don't need anything for the moment.
I need your help. I need your help.
Vaya.
Tell me more about your
Before the war, our main objective in Creed was to collect and save all kinds of knowledge. We had a presence everywhere on the continent, and had chapters in every major city. We studied and preserved all possible sources of knowledge there. We also dispensed information and care. Because even though we're not the greatest magicians, our knowledge let us come to the aid of the wounded and the sick. I could of course relate our history in detail for hours and hours, but I doubt that is really what interests you.
O sea, un sanador.
With all the knowledge accumulated by your scribes, you must have learned something about the Ice Lords, surely.
We do indeed know some of their secrets, and a good part of their history.
Anything we could use to fight them?
We thought we'd found a chink in their powers that our ritual was supposed to let us exploit. But you saw the result.
That's one way of putting it.
That said, I'm beginning to wonder if we haven't involuntarily brought about the conditions for their end.
I'm not following you.
What you have within you could well turn out to be
Ah,
their
o sea
doom.
que lo sabían.
Even if I don't have the faintest idea of how or why. And unfortunately, as long as we don't know more about it, we also have to fear that it might lead to our doom, too.
I'll be going now.
O sea que estos tíos sabían algo del tema. Oh, flechas de ballesta, qué bien.
Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
Ah, puedo cambiar de compañero en cualquier momento.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What do you want to know?
So Alas is your father?
No
Yes.
exactamente. ¿Ah, sí?
And yes, he is the leader of the Red Scribe.
That's handy for you.
You are so predictable. Daddy's little girl can do whatever she wants, right? Don't fool yourself. I'm endlessly having to prove myself more than any other scribe. My father doesn't treat me better than the others, and I expect no less from him.
At least that explains why you look like you just stepped out of a library. I guess he encourages you?
Yes, of course. But I'm big enough to make my own choices. Knowledge fascinates me, and I suppose it would have been like that whoever my father was.
What do you know about the Ice Lords?
As much as it is possible to know without having met them. In some ways, they're quite fascinating, even though the term might seem inappropriate.
Perfect. How do we kill him?
If I knew that, do you think I would keep it to myself? But I can tell you this, we do believe it's possible. We know that there are 7 lords. Black Storm, Lady Crystal, Marshal Winters, the White Lady, Lord Blackfrost, the Chiller, and the Ice Duchess.
Everybody knows that. We've had our asses kicked by them enough.
For sure. But in the past, there were more of them. Some scrolls talk of 9 or a dozen, even of 30 lords. Of course it's confusing. And I doubt they would have freely given the information of how to kill one of them. But you can bet that some of them have died. We just have to discover how.
Where did they come from?
Most people believe that the lords appeared recently, at the beginning of the war. But I have found certain scrolls that lead me to believe they have been around more than 300 years. They are originally from a region far to the north of Vertiel. For a long time, they remained there. The beginning of their conquest is quite recent. We all think that the war started 10 years ago, but in fact, it is much longer, maybe even the last century. It took them a long time to escape from their region of origin. The dwarf kingdoms were in their way, and they put up a fight.
You had me going there for a moment. I'm sorry, but dwarves? Save it for the children.
But you're wrong. The dwarves did exist, but the Ice Lords exterminated them.
Right. And I bet they also massacred all those poor dragons and goblins.
You know that dragons and goblins don't exist. You're impossible.
Coño, ¿se cree que hay unos tíos que son señores del hielo y no se cree lo de los enanos? Qué incongruencia.
Do they have any weaknesses that we could exploit?
Not that I know of. All of the Ice Lords are powerful sorcerers. They are far more powerful than all the other magicians. They have an unlimited army. If they have a weakness, it's not that.
But in spite of all of this, you think there is something?
I do. We often imagine the Ice Lords as a vast megalithic power. But that's not true. In fact, they desperately hunger for power. Just because they pooled their powers to create the Deadwalker army doesn't mean they like each other. Their balance of power is precarious. As soon as they are done with destroying Vertiel, they'll probably start killing each other.
Sure, but that doesn't help us much if we have to wait until they're done.
Perhaps there is a way to stir up the tensions between them. Even if for the moment, I can't think how.
Let's change the subject. Do you know what happened to me in the temple?
I'm still searching for an explanation. Something must have gone wrong during the ritual.
But what was the god's damn ritual supposed to do?
The Red Scribes have always had quite limited magical skills. I believe that the ritual was meant to increase their magical powers to try and find a way of combating the Ice Lords. But instead of channeling pure energy into each of the scribes, the ritual called forth a conscience that settled in you.
Your father called it a demon. How come I got stuck with it?
A demon? That reminds me of the old texts, but I couldn't say if that's what it is. You were standing right there, so that force flowed into you. It could have been my father, or any of us, I guess.
Well, that's just great. What do I do now?
I would dearly like to help you. But even though I have searched through all the texts I have here, I can find no reference to anything like this experience of yours, at least for now. But until we have found out more, you must try to fight against this thing. Do not allow it to get comfortable. We don't know what its intentions are, or how powerful it is. It could be dangerous for you.
Vale, a ver, esto...
What can you tell me about the World Heart?
Many of the people on Vertiel believe that the World Heart is just a myth. There are many different beliefs from one region to another, but most of them have more in common than not.
The World Heart is where life and prosperity are born. I've already heard that crap.
If we were to imagine Vertiel as a living being, the World Heart is exactly what it sounds like, the heart of the world. It's what keeps the world alive. It beats, and Vertiel lives from its energy. If you wish, I can try to learn more about it. Come back and see me in a few days.
So then, any result from this?
Well, I'd really like to meet some of these creatures who live here.
See you later.
Vale, de momento sigo con el...
Greetings, mercenary.
Oh, otro
Can I have a
vendedor.
look at your stock?
Ahora viene cuando me arrepiento de haberle comprado. Exacto. Al herrero. Me da para una poción. Ya me ha arruinado totalmente. Bien.
Greetings, mercenary.
I have some questions. Do you have any idea about what's happening to me?
I'm afraid I may not be able to help you. Your condition is more due to Your symptoms remind me of certain mental illnesses, where the subject has the impression he hears voices in his head.
And do these nutcases throw fire and have eyes that burn from within too?
You'd be surprised at what they can do. But obviously, you're not like them. That being the case, if you study them, you might find... In particular, I'm thinking of the fact that most of these poor madmen end up giving free rein to the... Make sure that doesn't happen.
El elfo que soba aquí al lado.
Who's the big snoring elf?
Show some respect, please. That's Prince Arundel.
And?
He's the son of the Elven King, leader of the last army standing against...
Yeah, okay. But he doesn't exactly look like he's ready to stand.
From what I've been told, Relmar brought him here before... The prince and his men fell in an ambush. Without your friend, unfortunately, he was severely wounded and has probably been the victim of... I'm trying to find a cure, but without...
I'll be going now.
¿Alguien más? ¿Una otra puerta? No. Hostia, se puede dormir y todo. Vamos a esperar a ver.
It's frustrating. I feel completely useless.
Sí, algunos personajes tienen unas líneas de diálogo flipantes. Bueno, pues a ver qué más hay por aquí. Jejeje. Interrumpieron la acción.
The swamp is our best defense. Happily, the wildlife are just as keen on attacking the dead walkers as they are the villagers. But the situation here in Val-Veneur grows worse daily. And each new wave of refugees increases the risk of drawing unwanted attention to this jungle.
No Ice Lord scouts who find this village will ever escape to tell the tale. Of that, I can assure you. Also, my men are reinforcing your defenses. Forgive me for saying, but you have some serious weak points. Especially the defenses around that refugee camp of yours.
The arrival of the Freeborn Blades and the Red Scribes has greatly improved our chances of survival, Captain. Believe me when I say that we are most grateful to have you with us. Needless to say, your men and the Red Scribes are welcome and free to go where they will. But as for any other newcomers, our gates are closed. You must understand that our food stores are as limited as our abilities to defend our village. Until you arrived, we had but one person who was even vaguely capable of treating our injured. And the case of Prince Orendil was completely beyond her skills. And there is this beast story. Doubtless another fairy tale, the fruit of an alcohol-addled brain. Nonetheless, several of the Watch have gone missing. Something hidden in these swamps is causing these disappearances, but we cannot risk sacrificing any more of the few men remaining to us on sending patrols. Large groups entail moving chrysalids that are unmanageable. The others, quite simply, do not return.
Silence.
If I were to listen to everyone, I would need 10 times the number of men I have to verify the truth of every tale.
Enough. You must aid me to do this. I am not able to do that. Your endless wailings are unbearable.
In the name of... Vulcan?
But, by the gods, man, what is...
This world is condemned. The cold hath invaded its ground, its souls, and its heart. Yet here you stand, weaving your limbs like fish taken from the water. Miserably shuffling about to conserve the illusion of warmth and life, and not feel the passing of your last breath, while I must endure your wailings and lamentations. Pitiful.
Vulcan, stop this nonsense immediately. It is not he who speaks.
All the fall to ruin about you. Yet you still bewail your loose bowels and vomitings. You cannot vanquish your dead walkers, no more than you can vanquish their necromancer masters. They draw their power from the very heart of the world. They drink it, they suckle it dry. Your only chance to cleanse what your own have corrupted is to go to the world heart and liberate it from its servitude.
The world heart is a myth. A forgotten fairy tale, no more real than dragons or dwarves.
A myth. Continue hiding behind thy puny barricades, and thou wilt soon join thy myths and fairy tales.
Whoa.
Cease your pretense. I know you have returned to consciousness.
What the hell happened? I was just listening to the steward blabbing away with the captain, and then...
And then you lost control.
I don't know, it's like something in my head zapped me so it could use my mouth. But I was still there. Still thinking what I was saying.
This is not the first time you have felt this presence manifest itself.
No. No, it's been there since the temple. It's also in my dreams. I think...
Interesting. It would seem that your body is host to some other entity. And it is clearly a spirit of fire.
No kidding. I got a demon in my head.
Something of the kind. In truth, I could not say what it is. Not yet, at least.
Don't make me laugh. After all, it's your disciples that let this thing out of its cage, right?
That has nothing to do with it. Do you have any idea of the implications of this incident?
Sí, que la cagasteis.
What? Just because I said some weird shit? Believe me, it's not the first time that...
Obviously, you haven't understood. The thing that is inside you, it wishes you ill. There is not enough space inside you for two souls. That demon wants your body. It will control you more and more until it has replaced you completely.
Ha! Thou thinkest I crave the body of a mortal? I am a prisoner here. My place is in the world heart.
It will not hesitate to lie to you, to tell you that which you wish to hear, so that you will allow it to consume you.
I never asked for this cage. I never asked to be forced to hear thy every thought. It is I who have been invaded.
It speaks to you. Do not listen to it. Cast it from you. If you do not resist, it will crush your soul.
Hey, take it easy. One day at a time, okay? I'm gonna take a walk.
Hostia. Qué bien. He subido de nivel por hablar. Vale. Sed de sangre. Vale, la piromancia. Pues me da a mí que... ¡Oh! Asesino. Muy caro para lo que ofrece. Nada, me lo guardo. Bueno, pues creo que lo voy a dejar aquí. Y luego sigo un ratillo más. Pues nada. Hasta luego.